We are here for the Vanderpump Dog Foundation, not Sandoval, okay?
Ariana felt like you were a little bit easy. You took it a little easy on Sandoval when you heard about everything. What was she said that on Watch What Happens Live? But what would be your reaction to
Well, maybe I did, but everybody else was chastising him. I didn't feel like joining the pack. I mean, it seemed so kind of slanted. Everything was against him, you know. And I've known him for a long time. Of course, I'm condemning what he did. That's why I said you're not a bad person. You just did a bad thing. And my heart was always with Ariana, of course. Yes, maybe I didn't kind of, scream at him and lambast him, but everybody else had done that. And to me, the man that was sitting in my living room, it felt like a broken man. So I just didn't want to pile on, to be honest. But yes, have I had conversations and held him accountable? Yes. I felt the same way, absolutely, that everybody else did. But at some point, they're like my children in some way. They've grown up with me, these people. What would you do to your child? I mean, you might scream at him for a second, and I did that, before. But when I saw him, then you've got to try to at least move forward or look for the path forward, even though it's too early to move forward. Look for the path forward. But of course, we were all very upset. We felt duped. We were disgusted. We were hurt by Ariana. All of those things.
What was that moment like for you when he had that breakdown in your living room?
It was actually worse than we saw. And I think Vanderpump Rules is really good at that when it comes to producing the show and everything. It was enough what we saw. Was it worse than that? Yes. And that scares me when somebody's just so depressed, But I think it was a moment that it all kind of came to a head there with me. And he knew that, he'd lost so much from this whole choice that he'd made.
And I was going to ask, when was the last time you saw Sandoval, and what was that like for you?
Oh, I saw him just a few days ago. Well, when there are other people around, there's nothing more to say that hasn't been said. We had 12 hours at reunion where a lot of stuff came out, and it was hard.
And your birthday episode was one of the biggest fights of the season. How was it like for you in that moment when you give that really touching speech after to the whole crew?
Well, I always, every season, think, it's not coming back again. It's been 10 years. I'm always there for you. I hope that, you'll have the tools to kind of move forward your life. And then sure enough, this group never, ever failed to kind of surprise me. It just, because they live the life off camera as well as on camera. It's not orchestrated. They move together. They have babies together. They go on vacation together. It's like a revolving door. It just keeps going.
And then last question, do you think Sandoval and Raquel are going to date when she's done with treatment and he gets back from touring?
That's an unknown quantity because I didn't think they'd be together in the first place, so who knew?
Thank you, Lisa.